Alright, this is Andrew Jolly with Joda Home Inspections. We're here today at 550 East, 1100 North in Pleasant Grove doing the sewer scope. We've only got the camera pushed out 44 feet. We're getting to a turn in the line that I'm not able to get past. With newer construction, a lot of times they'll do sweeps or not so hard of 90s. That way you can actually camera and clean the lines. But what happens is that as I try to push my camera further, it's just getting slammed right into that wall where it looks like the line is supposed to continue on down to the left. Typical sewer line is 100 feet out or so there's probably more than half the line that we're not able to see. It's possible that you have a clean out in the yard, but just based on the age, it's also very possible that you do not have one. One thing I'm seeing right off the bat is that you have cast iron here. That's what you're seeing on the screen now. The issue with cast iron is that you get rust that builds up. You can see how on the top of the screen how it's flaking off. The rust builds up, that can catch on debris. I found some toilet paper in the line, and that can cause it to back up down the road. Also, as it flakes, it'll get very thin, and that'll eventually need to be replaced. This part of the pipe looks like it's maybe transite, which is a cement asbestos pipe. There's other types of white, kind of porous pipe like this, but I think this is probably transite. This section of the line is looking good. No standing water, which is a good sign. I ran some water while I was here today. One thing I look at is if you have standing water, that can indicate that you have improper grade. And I did see a small section of standing water, which is not ideal right here. But that's not a lot. The bigger concern is that you have cast iron, and that's something that'll eventually need to be replaced. Looks like you got a lot of bugs running around in there. See, my camera line or my camera head doesn't even go underwater. So that's a good sign that it's not too deep. I accessed this today through the clean out in the basement. There was a brass clean out cap that I had to hammer off because it was seized. So this is, you can see how it's broken. I'll replace that while I'm here today. Sometimes those brass clean out caps get seized in place over time, and I'll upgrade that with a rubber cap that's a lot easier to remove, and it also I feel like they seal better. So. Really, my recommendation here, you want to be able to see the rest of the line. Sometimes other companies can get through with different cameras, but with that sharp of a 90, I don't know that you would be able to very easy. Also, another thing I would try to do in a different situation is try to flush a toilet and get the water to push my camera head through that bend. But with where the clean out is, you have this big open cap right here, and the water coming from the rest of the house comes through this line, and if you run too much, it comes right back out. And so it's a little bit of a limitation on trying to run water to help my camera get pushed out. So there's a fair section of line that I'm not able to see, but we could see that it doesn't look like it's ever been upgraded, and you have cast iron, and that's something that's going to have to be replaced eventually. So I'm going to end this recording now.